There are lots of different tie knots out there, and today I'm going to show you how to tie one of the best. It makes a great dimple and has one other amazing benefit, which you'll see in just a bit. I'm Brian Sacawa, you're watching He Spoke Style. Let's learn how to tie the Nikki knot. Start with the seam side of the tie facing up, wide end longer than the narrow end. Cross the narrow end over. Bring the wide end up and over, wrapping it around once. Bring it to the other side and wrap it around once. Now, depending on the thickness of your tie, you could skip the next step, but because this tie is made with a thinner fabric, I'm going to wrap it around one more time to give the knot a little more heft. Bring the wide end up and through and pull it through. Start with the seam side of the tie facing up, wide end longer than the narrow end. Cross the narrow end over, bring the wide end up and over, and wrap it around once. Next, bring it to the other side and wrap it around one time. Now, depending on the thickness of your tie, you could skip the next step, but because this tie is made with a thinner fabric, I am going to wrap it around one more time to give the knot a little more heft. Bring the wide end up and through and pull it somewhat tight. Thread the wide end through the loop, pull it through, and give it some final adjustments. There you have it, very simple to tie, makes a great dimple, and as I mentioned, there was one more benefit to this knot. So check this out. When you are going to take your tie off, you just pull the narrow end through and there's no knot. So I've been using the Nikki knot a lot recently. Between this one and the double four in hand, those are my two go-to tie knots. Thumbs up if you like this video, leave a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and stay tailored. Alright guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to tie my favorite tie knot, the double four in hand. Now, a double four in hand is exactly like your simple and classic four in hand knot, except it's got one extra loop around, which means you have to start with the wide end of the tie a lot longer than the narrow end. So step one is to cross the wide end over the narrow end, then bring the wide end behind and wrap it around. Now, as you make this first loop, it's important that you keep your finger inside of the wrap. Next, you're going to bring the wide end behind one more time and then wrap it around again. Now, the coolest thing about this tie knot, in my opinion, is when you see people wearing it, you can actually see the double wrap. And the way you achieve this effect is when you bring the tie over for the second time, you leave a little bit of the first wrap showing. Next, you're going to bring the wide end up and over, and then while you're holding the two loops that you've made, thread the tie through. I always like to keep it straight as I pull it through because that helps make a great dimple. So tighten the knot, adjust it, and that is how it's done. Now, one thing that I like to do with the double four in hand is to take the narrow end and give it a little tug so it peeks out from behind the wide end. I like how that kind of offsets the pattern a little bit, and it gives the tie a little bit of a unique look and different texture in a way. So this is a great knot, and one of the reasons I really love it is because I have a shorter torso. So a lot of ties end up being really long on me. So the fact that we're making the extra loop around, it kind of shortens the tie, and it's great for people like me with a shorter torso. It makes the ties look much more proportional. It's a great knot for that. Plus, it just looks really, really cool. So very simple, that's how to do it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment below, let me know what video you'd like to see next. Follow us on Instagram, visit the website, you know, all that good stuff. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.